Allie Burns. So I'm going to be your shaved-headed hostess with the mostest tonight. All sports, Cam Ross in the house, and I don't have anybody's Twitter handles lined up, but we're talking some NBA with Cam, NHL with the Earl Sports Brokers. Just you today, just no brother today, Nick, just you. And we got playoffs coming up in both. So welcome. I don't even know where to start. We'll start in the middle, I guess. A quick hello, promo yourself, and then we'll lead way right to Cam. He'll do the same, and then we'll work it backwards. I don't know. I'm not a good handoff guy. I'm a talker like you guys, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no problem. We'll figure it out.
You know what's really good, though, is that, like, if anybody just tunes in for once, it'll be like, all right, this guy likes hockey. This guy's obviously NBA. And I don't know, this guy's got no behind him. It looks like he's got some, like, kid-drawn pictures behind him. So, whatever. You're the pros, apparently.
It works out because I got the league.
It's awesome. It's
it works out.
Good stuff. All right, start it up there. Earl Sports Brothers.
Oh, yeah. It's going good. You can... what we're doing, just like talking about promoting stuff for now. Well, Tim and I. All right, yeah. Tim and I are over at Earl Sports Bets on YouTube. We are also on the Picks and Parlays site under Earl Sports Bets. Started off really well so far. I believe we're number one in all plays, number one NBA, number one NHL, and number one on like top 7 days, month, stuff like that. So we're off to a good start there as well.
Make that money, baby. That's what we're doing. What about you, Dan? What you got going on?
Yeah, I'm on Picks and Parlays as well. I'm number 2. I'm doing pretty good right now. Just trying to finish up this NBA season, get ready for this weird bubble, and just ready to hit the playoffs hard.
All right, it is what it is. It's a weird year for the playoffs for sure. Abbreviated seasons. Each league's a little different than the other, but you guys are good at what you do at. And listen, I'm no handoff guy. I don't know what I'm really doing this spot. Usually I'm rambling on about something, but so let's go. Let's start some NBA. What do you got for us here? I know we start on Tuesday. We had a crazy day today. I said in the chat earlier when I did my live show, I'm like, it could be a crazy day today. It's like the last day of the NFL season. You don't know who's playing, what's going on, who's going to show up, or guys taking off. And we did see some dogs come in today. We saw some fades. We've seen some fun plays, I guess. But playoffs a different bird. They start on Tuesday, playing game action. Which one do you want to start with?
So it doesn't matter. We could just go. The 7 and 8 and the 9 and 10 are going to play on both sides. And as you just said, don't know who's playing, don't know who's resting. The Lakers are playing right now. They started their full 5. The Blazers are playing right now. They started their full 5. Those two teams are competing for the last spot, not in the bubble. Lakers need a win, and the Blazers lost. Blazers win, they're good. The Blazers are rolling. The Lakers are rolling. Everybody who was expected to win today has won, and everything seems to be going. The Bucks, they're playing now, but their game is more so pointless because no matter what they do, they can win by 1,000. But they're still going to be the 3 seed with the Nets win just a little bit ago.
What about for this playing on Tuesday? We got Charlotte and the Pacers. Obviously no lines, but coming in, both guys, and nothing special. You figure one team would be like kind of hot coming in, but we got a team in Charlotte that's lost 7, and then the Pacers coming to 500. What do you think of that? What do you expect out of this game?
Yeah, I don't really trust either team so much, but in this situation, I would trust the Pacers more. And, these two teams, the 9 and the 10 in the East, they have it a little bit rougher, the 9 and 10 on both sides. They have to win twice to get, into the bracket, into the playoffs, really. The 6 and the 7, or the 7 and the 8, excuse me. They win once, they're in. They lose, they get another shot. See, the 9 and the 10, you lose, you're done. But in that situation, I know there is, like you said, there is no line. I would expect the line's probably going to be 4.5, 5.5. I would imagine it's going to be favored in the Pacers' way, and I would lean Pacers because I would trust the Pacers more in this situation.
I did see some early lines. I believe the Pacers are -1.5, and the other one is the Wizards are 1 point favorites, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say, for Wizards and Boston, I would just be leaning towards the Wizards of what we've seen out of the last couple of weeks, or last week and a half at least. They've been playing better. So we've seen Boston kind of lay an egg down the stretch here. So I'd be leaning on Washington. I'd probably stay away from Charlotte, Indiana, more lean Washington, but NBA, let's go. What's your thought there, Cam?
Yeah, I hadn't seen the lines yet. That's not surprising that they're both pick'ems, but I would for sure trust Indiana more. I probably won't touch that game, but like you said, the Wizards, they've been one of the hottest teams in the league for several weeks now. They've been on a tear. Russ just broke the triple-double record. They're rolling and they're playing out of their minds. Bradley Beal, he was hurt, but he's leaving it all on the floor. He wants to dance. Russ wants to make it. And, like I just said a minute ago, with this 7-8, why not go out there and kill yourself for one game, get the win, get in, and, get to go home and basically take a nap for a couple of days and wait for everything else to iron itself out. I would trust the Wizards more in that situation because, like you said, the Celtics have laid an egg. No Jaylen Brown. They haven't figured out how to play without him yet, and it shows, and they're vulnerable. I do think the Celtics, win or lose this first game, I think they're going to slip in, but I think the playoffs are going to be ugly for them.
Yeah, I agree. Like, just the way they've been playing, I can't back them. Wizards, the better team right now. I'll lean them as I take them. I know Celtics got talent. Yeah, they got a lot of young guys, great, this and that. They're supposed to be good, but if you're not performing, it doesn't really, paying the bills for us bettors for sure. And then Wednesday we got Spurs, Memphis. I really don't know. I thought the Spurs would show up today. They covered the number. Are they going to show on the road against Memphis? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think the Spurs before last year they had made the playoffs like 40 years in a row, broke their streak. It was forever, broke their streak. I think the Spurs are young as well, which is crazy because the Spurs have been one of the oldest teams in the league for a long time. But I think the Spurs are happy being in the bubble, making the bubble. I think the Spurs are happy here. And I think I haven't seen the line for this one either. I don't know if either of you guys have. I would imagine this line's going to be a little bit higher than those in the East because I think Memphis is going to roll the Spurs because Memphis, they have to win twice. The Spurs have to win twice. I think the same situation as I said with going out and killing yourself in that one game to get the win. I think if you have to play two, you want to just blow them out, get it over with, be able to sit guys because you're going to have to play again immediately. So I do think the Spurs won't have it in this game.
All right, I'm trying to like write your little picks on the bottom here, so that's why I wrote them down there, and I got to try to load them on the feed for everybody.
Yeah, no problem.
Allie's got them all like loaded up all at once.
Yeah, she's quick. She's on it.
She's like, I'm having internet problems, and you know what? It's the belief sometimes. I mean, people tell you, I do show sometimes, and also I'm like frozen, and I'm like, what? I have like gig speed. I'm showing like 3,000, I'm like off the charts, and then it's just frozen. It kicks me out. It doesn't work. So, I don't know what it is.
Right.
No. But what are we gonna do? So I'm gonna write the NBA picks in, and then we're gonna go. I don't want to start on hockey because then I'm not gonna be ready to respond to it. So.
Right.
Or something. I don't know.
Right. Have either of you guys seen lines for the West bubble? I know you said just a second ago they were the two East were basically pick'ems.
Yeah, I saw the East. I haven't seen the West yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say I hadn't even seen the East. It doesn't really surprise me, with the East being the pick'ems. But I think for sure that 9-10 in the West is going to be tough. But as it goes, if we mess around and get Golden State and the Lakers, that one's going to be fun. Steph's playing out of his mind. I do think the Lakers are going to find their way in either way, though. I do think the Lakers are going to make the bracket. The Lakers are going to win a game in the playoffs or in the bubble to make it in, because I think they're going to get ready and start rolling.
That'd be great if they didn't make the playoffs. That'd be fabulous.
It'd be hilarious.
I do have a line for that Memphis game.
Okay, what is that, if you don't mind?
Memphis -3.
Yeah, I would for sure take Memphis. Because Memphis, like you said, Memphis covered the line today. They're not playing great out of their minds. Hey, Allie, it's good to see you.
Oh, look at it. Someone's got it.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at the eye. She's checking. She's like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm coming in to watch you."
Yeah.
With a new photo.
And yeah, but I just trust Memphis. I really do trust Memphis.
We're gonna come back to more predictions in a second. We're gonna jump back to the NHL for tomorrow. We did that. We'll come back and then we'll do each division and who we think for like a future play though. See,
For sure.
You didn't text me any notes, Allie. I'm playing it by ear. My giant ears.
See, she still figured out a way to get us the information.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Hockey, take it away.
Oh yeah, it's been
Bruins and Wizards, right? Bruins and Wizards. Listen to me. Bruins and the Capitals.
I actually have a series bet. I got the Capitals at plus 140 to win the series. So I do think that's going to be a back and forth series. I do like the Capitals, though. The one thing that does worry me with this game, though, is I don't know if it's going to be Craig Anderson or Vitek Vanacek in net. So that's going to make a little bit of a big difference here. So I am looking towards the Washington side. With the home field advantage or the home ice advantage and the plus money, but it's a lean for right now. I got the series bet, but it's just a lean.
140.
I was leaning towards the Bruins. I had the Bruins in the under in game one. I'm going to come back with the under here in game two, though. But I don't know if I should take it. I think the Bruins are a little better, but Washington's destroyed them all year. So why is that going to change, right? Part of me is. And I gave it as a free pick on the Win the Free Pick page. As I said, Bruins and under, but Washington's owned them all season, so why not take them here plus money? I mean, Boston's just going to start beating a team they haven't beaten all year. I agree with you. I think we're going to have to. I'm definitely going to back out of that play because I'm just that's a loser, I think. But I like the under there. But Nashville, how about Nashville, Carolina? I had Carolina puck line as my play in this one, but
yeah, I'd probably have to agree with that one.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm extremely high in Carolina throughout this playoffs. If you guys have heard me talk about the playoffs at all, I have a bet on them 8-1 to win the cup. So I'm super high on this Carolina team. They are talented top to bottom. They finally got Teravainen back and healthy, so that Aho, Svechnikov, Teravainen line is one of the best in hockey, honestly. And they got great blue line between Hamilton and I'm sorry, I'm keep getting feedback from myself, so it's tough to think. I don't know what it is, but I can hear myself talk. But I'm trying to talk through that. But
a little bit of an echo. I just thought it was just my room or something.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm high on this Carolina team.
And final, St. Louis Blues and the Colorado Avalanche. I puck lined it up at plus 122 on the ads I have. I'm not going to lay 260. Your thoughts on this one? I mean, and not coming in too, but.
Oh yeah. I think the only. Yeah, it's a dog or pass type of spot for me here. I'm not laying minus 260, and the puck line is plus 105, maybe. But this is just not a spot that I'm probably going to lay the minus 265 at all.
Get your pencils out, folks. Knicks picks are up. Capitals, he likes Hurricanes puck line. And listen, you dog or pass with the Avalanche. He doesn't want to lay a heavy number. So maybe take the big dog. St. Louis has been playing well. I think, 6-1-2 down the stretch. The ads have been better, but at least you're getting a hot team if you want to look at a dog there. And you can't really go wrong. You take a dog. You're not really dog losers to me are like it's a winner. You're not really getting hurt there. So back to Cam's NBA's. Oh, we're on the crawl. We're on the crawl for the Camster. We can get them both at once. Look at this. We can do it all here, folks. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Getting it done. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's all up there. So you know what? Good. Go there. You go. I don't have to.
Look at that. Got a scroll and a picture. That's what I'm talking
scrolling
about.
it out. We got them posted on the screen. It's not blocking my head because I'm sitting up straight.
Let me get a little higher just for the group. There we go.
Sit up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all looking good. You can see what we're saying.
We can't have any short people in the chat, otherwise their heads would be cut off.
Right.
So let's circle back here. We'll do a little NBA for like little, I guess, a future. Like, who do you think's gonna come out? I don't have the actual brackets. It's a wacky bracket with the play-ins as the
Right.
the squares going everywhere. But
Right.
your favorites? Are you just gonna go, Bucks and Nets as the teams to beat in the East? I kind of like Miami. I always, but I don't know. I like the Hawks a little bit. I don't know what's gonna happen.
New York.
New York is worth so much. What is it? 28-1, 33-1, right there. Your brother said, yeah. New York's playing out of their minds, but I don't think you could pay me to pick Milwaukee because every year it's the same thing. The Giannis train gets them through the first 2 rounds, and then
they find and then he face a team that's an actual team that could, if their best player doesn't play, they got 5 other guys that could actually do some damage to you.
Right, and they pack the middle and make Brook Lopez beat them. No way. But you saying Miami is petrifying. If I'm a coach in the league, Miami's not who I want to see. Me personally, if the Nets stay healthy, of course, you would pick them. My favorite team going in the East right now is probably the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Embiid, he was on an MVP tear, and when he got hurt, he went down, and then when he came back, he's just been on a vengeance tour. Ben Simmons has vocalized all year. He thinks he's the defensive player of the year. They have shooters around them. That's a good team. They're deeper than usual, but I think in the East, I do think the Nets are going to get there. And in regards to the bracket, if the Sixers can avoid the Heat, I think they'll get there too. I think the Sixers can get through the Heat, but it's going to be a lot harder if they have to go through the Heat.
I totally forgot about the Sixers because I hate everything about their city. The Eagles. I said I think like FanDuel or something on Twitter had something up about like name a random field goal kicker. I was thinking like Luis Ndejas and how like the Eagles, like Buddy Ryan had a bounty on the
Yeah.
So I never think of the Sixers. They got rid of Charles Barkley. I was a Sixer fan. I love Barkley, even though I'm a North Jersey guy, but I couldn't stand the Knicks, and the Nets were just bad in the 80s. They weren't a good team, so it was like Barkley or nothing, and they got rid of him. I was like, all right, I can't like Sixers anymore. I hated the Eagles. My dad was a Redskin fan. I was a Cowboy fan. We all hated the Giants, And the Eagles,
so just NFC East all through the house, huh?
Yeah. So, and people are like, how did I actually become a Cowboy? I'm like, in 1980, you're like 7, 8, 9 years old. All my friends, Cowboys were good in them. They went to 3 straight championship games. The Redskins were in Super Bowls. Everybody likes Steelers. There's a whole generation of kids who just like the Patriots because that's who you saw on TV. All I saw, back when I was a kid, it was like one game a week on. You had like Monday Night Football on your local channel. So I saw the Cowboys twice a year. I saw the Redskins twice a year, and it was on Monday Night Football. And so I couldn't like the Giants. My dad hated the Giants. He was like an over-the-hill gang with the skin. That's why I hate Philly. I never like the Sixers, Flyers, nothing.
Just forget the whole city. Just the whole city.
I'll eat their cheesesteaks. That's about it.
Yeah. Allie says Sean Bradley was her man. He has the best getting dunked on highlight tape you've ever seen in your life.
I love that the Nets. I think not only did the Sixers have Sean Bradley, they also had Manu Bol, like when he was with.
Yeah, but I think he was like 58 years old when he was, because nobody knows how old he really was.
Drilling threes. I loved him drilling threes.
Shooting way over his head, but throw it right in there.
And then what's funny? Like you saw him against like Mark Eaton. Now Mark Eaton was 7'4", but the guy was like Andre the Giant. He was like
right.
He was like Shaquille O'Neal next to those guys. Those guys.
Yeah, it was like Taco Fall next to Enos Cantor. For a guy that's 7 foot tall, how are you 6 inches taller than him? Makes no sense.
It was insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
On to the hockey. I don't know. There's a lot of dogs that want to jump on in hockey. Everybody's going to love Vegas, and I know Colorado gets sprinkled in there, but I'm more of like, I can't count out Tampa because they're Tampa, and I like the Panthers and Carolina. But let's go. What do you got on tap, Nick?
I'll go division by division for this. For the East, it's dart throw. You can tell me the Bruins, the Capitals, the Islanders, or the Penguins made it through. I'm like, yeah, sounds about right, because those teams are that division is about as even as it gets. My pick would probably be either the Capitals or the Islanders to make it through. I just feel like this Islanders team could potentially click and play that really good Barry Trotz style defensive hockey that can then can make them to the conference finals like it did last year. So you never know with that team. When it comes to the Central, I'm all over Carolina. I just said that a few minutes ago. I think Carolina makes it through this division pretty easily. I have a bet on them to win this series against Nashville, win the East or win the Central, make it to the Stanley Cup, and win the Stanley Cup. So I quadrupled down on this Hurricanes team. I'm super high on them. So I'm very excited to see what these Hurricanes can do. For the West, my pick for the to make it out is actually the Minnesota Wild. I love the way this team has been playing down the stretch. You can get a nice. I think heading into the playoffs, you could have gotten a nice plus 650 for them to make it out of the West. I have them at plus 200 to knock off the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. They got the job done for me today. I had them at plus 140. So it was they're an exciting team to watch that I'm kind of high on. I've seen a lot of people on the Wild to knock off the Vegas Golden Knights. I think that's just a great matchup for Minnesota in this first round. Is this Vegas Golden Knights team, because they've beat I think they're 5-1-2 against them in the regular season. They just won today. Also, now that they won today, they also get 3 home games, which I think they're one of the best teams in hockey at home. So I really like the Wild in this series against the Vegas Golden Knights. And what division? Oh, the North Division. Oh, fun. Toronto. I think Toronto's the team that's coming out of there. This is the best Leafs team we've seen in probably close to 20 years. This is just a very talented team. Austin Matthews is a goal-scoring machine. I think the only team to really be able to step in front of Toronto is Edmonton in this one. Because McDavid and Draisaitl can get hot for a series, and Mike Smith can be a goalie that they can potentially ride to the semifinals. So probably my picks to make it out of each division are Toronto, Carolina. I'll go with the Islanders and the Wild.
Minnesota 21-5-2 at home on the season.
Jeez.
Pretty tough, not bad. But you're playing Vegas. When you're that good, Vegas was 19-9 on the road, so it's not like they're
slouches. Yeah, that's tough.
The North, I look at it. I think that was the weakest of the hockey division. There's Toronto, Edmonton, and really everybody else. Winnipeg put a couple wins on the board, but the rest of
they stumbled through the rest of the playoffs here, or the regular season.
I think the East is the toughest. Those are battles every day. Granted, Carolina, Florida, and Tampa. But when you beat up on Columbus and Detroit, you could jack up some wins there. So I think I think for that you got to look at more of those head-to-heads. We're talking about Boston and Washington. I think you got to look at those head-to-heads when teams are that close. All right, everybody's got 30 wins. You got 35 wins, but who'd they beat? Are they beating a good team or are they just beating the bad teams?
Are they Winnipeg who took care of Ottawa 8 times, or are they someone who actually had a good record versus playoff teams?
Washington went 12-3 against Boston. It's whatever.
That's tough.
Or whatever was the last 15 times they played, they've taken care of it.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson says Florida's Tampa crazy. I don't know. Is it 4-3 still? Is it tied up? What's going on?
It was 4-3 last time I saw.
Let me look. Just for me, I wanted to ask you, one of the top in regards to the top seeds in hockey, who do you think a top seed 1-2 will be the first to fall?
Vegas.
Boy, Allie's gonna be pissed.
Dude, that was cool.
I have Minnesota the plus 200 to win the
right
series.
So you got to back your bet. That's good.
Of course.
Yeah, I've been asked that same question in regards to
Pittsburgh's
basketball.
another one.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. See, I think the Bucks. I would pick the Bucks just for that pick, that same factor. And in regards to the West, I think the Jazz are going to fall sooner than people think. But
I can see that.
like I'm guys on the show. I'm like Jazz for me. They're a complete team. I'm not high on Clippers or Lakers. How can people think the Clippers or the Lakers are going to come in here and be like, yeah, we're going to run the table? People think that's going to happen. What? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a
hey, I'll maybe I'll eat crow, and they're going to come in here and go, and get to the championship and face the Sixers or the Nets or whoever the heck they're going to face and beat up and take care. I don't see them just walking through like it's some kind of cakewalk.
no, it's not. Like you just said, they're going to run the table. If they do run the table, it's a big table. They're gonna have to go through this bubble. They've been so beat up. Anthony Davis missed like 6 weeks. LeBron missed the most games in a regular season in his career. Yeah, they're playing now. They're up, I think, 11 or 12 at halftime. The Blazers are killing the Nuggets, so the Blazers are going to probably slip in. But I think that road is a lot harder for the Lakers than people are giving credit for. He's 36 years old. He's going to play well, but it's going to be hard. This isn't 2015, 2014 when there's three good teams. There's a lot of teams in the league right now who can win the title. Like there's legit championship teams on both sides, several on both sides right now that can beat anybody.
Like I'm looking, so right now we're supposed to be. Is it going to be like a Suns Laker matchup? Is that what the matchup is right now?
No. The Lakers win. If the Lakers win the first game, they're the 7, so they'd be the 2. If the Lakers lose the first game and then win the second game, then they become the 8.
So they're either facing the Suns or Utah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yeah, and I don't think they want it. I'll say it out loud. I know.
How do you like being the number 1 seed and you got to face Golden State or the Lakers? I mean,
right.
Listen, I joke about Steph Curry being garbage or he can't.
Hey, he's overrated.
The guys could come out on that team. He's going to score 45 and can keep you in it if you don't.
Right.
I mean, like.
And
how terrible is that?
Right.
You're the Suns. You're basically in first place all season long. You win the Pacific or whatever, 51 wins or whatever the heck they did, and you got to face maybe the Lakers.
Right, and I know I got an orange. I know he's got an orange too. My entire life, I have not been a Chris Paul fan. My girlfriend and my other side of the family, my gonna-be brother-in-law went to Wake Forest, went with Chris Paul. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but he wins, and he wins, and he wins, and he wins. And in the West, Phoenix, I don't want to see them. Utah, they're playing tonight. No telling when Donovan Mitchell's coming back, and they're trying to sugarcoat it and say, "Oh, when he comes back, everything's going to be good because we know each other so well." No, you're going to come back in the playoffs. It's like stepping in bounds and stepping out of bounds. You can play the same 2 teams. Us 3 can play a game of pickup for fun, but as soon as it's the playoffs or as soon as it's for a title or whatever like that, everything ramps up. Yeah. Utah is going to have a problem because they're playing without their best player. And then when he comes back, he's going to have to figure out how to get himself going and get everybody else going. But if I'm the Lakers, I don't want to see Phoenix. But they really don't have a choice. The only their best bet is for Portland to somehow get lost coming out of the locker room in the second half. That's the only if somehow Portland can't make it back to the court, because they're going to face Utah or they're going to face Phoenix, and it's going to be hard. Either one, it's going to be hard. The Lakers are deep, but they got Andre Drummond, they got Marc Gasol. The Lakers are big, but Utah and Phoenix are going to try to run them out of the gym. Yeah. And that's what they've done all year. They've been 2 best teams in the league. It's going to be tough.
And how about the Clippers? I crushed the Clippers all year. Like, we're just gonna sit guys out and we're gonna rest and do this. And they might have gotten the best draw to place here. So like the 4 seed, you get to play the Mavericks, who I don't think the Mavericks are a good team at all. All right, they got Luka, whatever. But to me, I think the Clippers have a nice little run here. I won't be shocked if they come out here, believe it or not. We're gonna see some upsets if we see. The Suns, say they steal it from the Lakers, which we've talked about. Then they'll face say Utah holds on. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked here. Then you got maybe Denver to beat Portland in the second round. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a decent NBA playoffs. I think you got some good angles to look at. You can take some dogs. I think you're gonna look into low numbers on like the Suns because they're playing the Lakers. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. Even with the Jazz, people are gonna be on Golden State or playing Golden State. People are like, oh,
Right.
this is the Golden State Warriors.
It's not that same Warriors team. It's Steph and those other guys. This isn't the Warriors. In a year, then it's probably going to be the Warriors again. But in the first round, if the Lakers and the Warriors come through the bubble, which I think they will, in the first round, the Jazz, the Suns, the Lakers, and the Warriors, 2 of them are going to fall. They're going to be gone. It's the defending champion, the team that's won 3 in the last 5 years, or the top 2 seeds. I mean, it's going to be hectic. But you saying Denver? Denver's a lot of value, 20-something to 1 to come out of the West, and they're so big. Denver's going to be a tough out, and I think you are right. I think they're going to see Portland pretty quick right away, which is probably why Portland is rolling them like they are right now. I'd have no idea who's playing. I was watching the Lakers game just to see how it was going to go, but I don't think Chris Paul is the man, Allie. Duke, baby. That's how it is. He wins, though, and he's finally going to win. One of the All-Stars that have been sitting. Ooh, they said tonight, Allie, about the Lakers. The Lakers haven't had a chance to really play together because all of 2021, LeBron was hurt. Then AD was hurt. Then, Jared Dudley's hurt. Who cares? But they keep saying, Jared Dudley's inactive. Who cares? It's just the Lakers are deeper than people give them credit for.
Relation to Chris Dudley, right? Anybody remember Chris Dudley?
Is he really? Is he related to Chris Dudley? But I don't think it's going to be as big of a problem for the All-Stars to get going. But it's the playoffs, so all of the All-Stars are there. You don't have time to let me take 2 quarters to get going. No, you're down 15, and now you're down a game. No, I do think the All-Star sitting Donovan Mitchell is going to be tough. The Lakers, it could be a hidden gift that they get to play in the bubble because of tonight. Everybody's playing this week. Everybody's going to play, so they're going to have a couple of days to play, get things going, and they're going to get a practice if and when they win. But I just really think Donovan Mitchell is the All-Star, is the big name that's going to have the issue once he's back on the floor.
Any other questions? Because I don't know what to say. I want to go. I was going to look at the Tuesday games for you, Nick, but I'm like, you know what? There's no lines. We know you like Minnesota. We know you like the Islanders. Vancouver is like a regular season game. I love that. I love they got to play. We got to play like 8 regular season games still for this team or whatever. On the
I ain't touching any of those games.
That's outrageous. That's crazy.
If I wanted to bet a game like Vancouver and Calgary, I would be betting NBA right now.
You'd be talking to us, yeah. You'd be coming over here with me. Cool.
Yeah, it's like why? I mean, that's just end the season. Who cares? Give them their paychecks. It's like all right, it's like a snow day. Here you go, guys. Just stay home. Let's get the playoffs started. Because eventually, this is going to affect other teams down the road, right? Am I wrong that whoever they're supposed to be playing in the playoffs? Edmonton, right?
Edmonton's no, they're not playing. It's going to be Calgary and Vancouver.
Yeah, Calgary and Vancouver. I mean, is that the playoff matchup starting?
No, they're out. They're both out.
Yeah, they're just playing.
Oh, they're just okay.
They're just going to go have a nice skate.
Yeah, it's a participation ribbon. Yeah, they're just going to go.
I was like, all right, what is going on? Why are we just playing these games here? I thought somebody had to go play.
TV contracts.
It's
player contracts.
It's a waste of time. I feel like what you said, in regard to the playoff teams, the only way that they wouldn't play these games is if they were playing playoff teams because it wouldn't be fair to them.
Yeah, exactly. If it was like Edmonton and Vancouver or Toronto and Vancouver or Montreal or Winnipeg, these games wouldn't be happening.
Hey, well, I mean, definitely a little echo. My speakers didn't work right away, so it's the show's a show the way it is. Not the best, but hopefully it's not terrible. And we get the picks wrong. If you can see the picks, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And just real quick before we go, Allie, the big 3 in Brooklyn, they're going to be fine. They know each other. They're friends. They're sitting tonight. Harden's not playing. He didn't play. They're going to be fine because if nothing else, they can score 140 points. If nothing else, they can just fill it up. They're going to be fine. They have a real deal shot to come out of the East. And I think the West is going to be a gauntlet, like we've been saying. And the East may win the title just because of the gauntlet in the West.
Yeah, I think you've had a lot of extended series over there where in the East you could have the better teams going
Yep.
your business, and then you're going to have a battle in, maybe a 6-game or 1-7 game, or maybe, who knows? I mean,
Right.
Then, let's be honest, the net team, if all those guys are playing, good luck, because that's somebody's having a triple-double every night. 3 guys are going to score 30-something points a game. It'll be crazy.
Yeah. It's a smoke show. The East, the top 2 seeds are going to make it past the bubble teams. The West, the top 2 seeds have an issue with the bubble teams, as we talked about. It's going to the Warriors or the Lakers is most likely going to be what it is. The West is going to be hard. The East is going to be the East.
Nick, what do you think about this? Some guy Timmerall says Knicks Nuggets finals.
I got to go find the crack he's smoking and join him.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Denver could potentially make it. They haven't really lost too much after losing Murray because I think after they lost him, they won, 17 of 20?
So, yeah.
10 and 1.
Yeah. The New York Knicks, defense wins championships, so you never know.
Right? I mean, we saw Miami get there last year in the bubble, and they played some defense. So maybe the Knicks won't win it. Can they get there? We saw it last year with Miami, so that won't shock me at all.
Do you think this year's Knicks team is as good as last year's Miami team?
No, but it's a wacky year still.
Right.
It's just as wacky as last year. I didn't think it happened.
Yeah. No. I believe it. I think it's going to be fun. This the West early is going to be crazy.
All right, I think that we covered it. We got a bunch of hockey and basketball covered for everybody, and Allie will be back tomorrow. Much better sound, I hope, for everybody.
Yep. Yeah.
No echoes, but just as many winners, all of them. So thanks for watching. Give it a like on the way out. Find the guys. We're on Picks and Parlays, Winner Free Picks. They're on Twitter. Plus Money Honey's in the house. You know where to find us. It's not like you've never seen us before. We've only been doing this for like a year on videos here. So thanks for watching. Follow the guys on their social media and YouTube for Earl Sports. And Kim, do you have YouTube too, or just Twitter? What do you do?
Twitter, Instagram. I_am_cam20 on both of them.
There you go.
Tampa just tied it.
Tampa tied it. I got Tampa Bay. Woo! Good.
Woo! You got to win it, or
I got Florida.
23.
Oh, so we got a riff. How much time's left?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
No,
7
that's
minutes.
An eternity.
That's forever.
Oh boy.
The Lakers are up.
Overtime.
The Lakers were up.
Overtime. Playoff hockey. Maybe we'll get like one of those Montreal Canadian games where like against Buffalo, like Dominic Hasek and like Patrick Waddle was like 7 overtimes, and then they play the next night.
Right. Yeah. If there's one thing I've kind of learned with the NHL during the playoffs so far, one thing I kind of want to do is blindly bet regulation draws for games to go to overtime. I cashed that today with New York.
Just pulling straws.
Yeah. I cashed a 300 plus 300 ticket that the Islander Penguin game goes to overtime.
But that's, I mean, how many games? I'm going to say half of the games go overtime probably.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And you're getting plus 300 on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hit 35%, you're doing great.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look at that. We'll talk about that on the midday show tomorrow. So. All right. We're out of here. Technical difficulties all around. It happens sometimes, but.
Got it done, though.
Could read. If you could read, you're safe. You got all the picks for Monday and Tuesday and hockey and basketball. So we'll see everybody again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Good luck, everybody.